All right, welcome back. Time now 8:15, and it's time for this morning's First and Finest. This morning, we're joined by Trooper First Class Pedro Munez. Trooper, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
And thank you for having me, Ashley.
Absolutely. All right. So first of all, let's get started talking about some rest area robberies that have been happening. We've been hearing about. This is something you guys have been working on, and I understand this is still developing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So yesterday, early morning, there was a robbery in the Alltown stations, the rest areas in Fairfield and Darien. A male went into the Alltown store and went to the candy section, went to the register, handed over the candy to pay for it, and when the register opened, showed a firearm and robbed the cashier. We actually were looking for the suspect, and we just got news. I just got news about 5 minutes ago that there was an arrest made not too long ago about another robbery that was occurring in Branford. The suspect is believed to be tied to the other robberies that happened in Fairfield and Darien. Has not been confirmed as of yet 100%, but there was an arrest made again this morning about another strong arm robbery that occurred this morning.
Oh, wow. Okay, so just this morning was the Branford one?
Yes, just this morning was the Branford one. Yesterday morning was the Fairfield and Darien one. If anybody has any information about that, you can call our Western District Major Crimes to just give them any tips. That number is going to be 203-696-2569. Again, 203-696-2569. If you have, anyone has any tips, information, feel free to give us a call, completely anonymous. And so that story is still developing, that incident still developing to see whether or not that suspect that was arrested today in Branford is also connected to the Fairfield and Darien rest stops.
Okay, that's something we'll stay on top of. And we'll also get that number up on the website, our website you just mentioned, so that people can get it there as well. Yeah, of course. Now, we want to move on to another story. Hearing about a man trying to walk onto a flight with a loaded firearm. I've covered these news conferences at Bradley International Airport where they take out the table and they lay out all of these different items they've confiscated. Obviously, something like this would be one of those. Can you talk a little bit about this particular incident?
Yeah, so absolutely. Friday, our state police troopers at Bradley received a report from TSA that a gentleman was trying to check in a firearm. He had it improperly stored, and so troopers were called out. They investigated it. They came to find that that gentleman did not have a Connecticut pistol permit. So he was ended up charged with possession of a firearm without a pistol permit. We just want people to understand that when you're traveling, especially if you're a gun owner, with that responsibility, it comes with owning a weapon or a firearm comes, with responsibilities, and that's to understand gun laws in the state that you live in, and also gun laws in the state that you're traveling to as well. To understand how to travel with a firearm, go on TSA's website. You can simply Google that. Very easy to find how to properly store a firearm when you're traveling. You can give them a call if you still have more questions. But it's very important that gun owners understand that there are different gun laws in different states, and that was part of the issue in this case. The weapon was purchased in Mississippi, which has different gun laws than we do here in Connecticut. So there was that confusion. So people just, when we just ask the public that when you're traveling, just prepare like you would, have a checklist of what you're making sure that you have your bathing suits and your toothbrush and your deodorant. Just make sure that you are checking off the list on how you're properly storing that weapon when you're traveling, and the gun laws to wherever you're traveling to.
Yeah, some good advice there. All right, I do just want to get to one more big story. Probably the biggest story from Connecticut this week was the vice president coming to Connecticut. State police obviously having a big involvement in her arrival here. Can you talk a little bit about this and how you were able to prepare?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot that goes into when the vice president or any other dignitary comes to our state. Good news, she came, she left, everything went well, she was able to leave safely. It's a lot more than people think. You know, people often think we just help escort the vice president or that dignitary from point A to point B and back, but there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of communication way before and leading up to the day of the event, with planning, communication between state agencies, local agencies, and especially federal agencies to make sure that we all coordinate, work together, that everyone has that information. Everyone up to the colonel down to the patrol officers that are going to be in that area need to be involved, have that information. And so you have specialized units that are also involved. You know, we have our Connecticut Intelligence Center monitoring the internet of any possible threats that may be out there. And so it's each time the vice president or each time any dignitary comes, there's always those special circumstances, those special, you know, each one has to be treated a little differently because of the area they're going to and special circumstances and little different problems that may come up in each visit. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of communication, a lot of just a lot of really hard work that our troopers, not only our troopers but other local agencies and federal agencies working together. It just shows a great teamwork that can happen between multiple agencies.
All right, Trooper First Class Pedro Munoz, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.